Hey guys, Bodabo here, and it's been a while since I made a video, and today marks the release of Dirt Rally Early Access on Steam. This is Codemaster's newest addition to the Dirt franchise, and being a big fan, I thought I'd give you guys a quick overview of what's available to play so far. So, I'm playing on the PC on my Alienware laptop with, I guess you could say, let's check out the options first. Go to graphics. Choose preset is on high, quality advanced. I haven't done the benchmark mode. Running it at 1080, some multi-sampling, and 60 frames per second. So I don't think it's at the highest graphic settings that I could put it at, but it's probably at the highest that my system can handle. So as you can see, I got my controller plugged in. It auto detects your Xbox 360 controller if that's what you're using. I haven't tried using my force feedback wheel. Hopefully I'll be able to give that a shot. So all the basic options here available, and being an early access game, obviously they're going to tease you with some upcoming content. So when you choose championships, obviously you can see a hill climb option here that is coming soon. So hopefully that's not too far ahead. I have not tried online yet. I've only played about 3 hours so far, and I am still in the 1960s. So I have one of two cars. I have enough money to buy the second one, but I might save up to get into the 70s. But the goal is to get to Group A right here with the Escort, Cosworth, the Impreza, and the Delta. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's basically, they got all the groups available. Team management is a cool little feature. You get to hire a crew chief, a mechanic, well, I guess engineer slots. They're calling them engineers. One thing I did notice is your co-driver. I don't know if you have to hire a co-driver or not, but I have not been getting any vocals from any co-drivers, so that's been a little bit of an issue for me, helping me figure out the courses, but I've been just learning them by driving them. So, Open Championship. As you can see, I already have an event in progress. We will give that a shot. And out of the championships that I've completed so far, I think I've placed, overall, the highest place I've gotten is 3rd place. This is not an easy game. This is bringing Dirt back to its roots. This is a pure rally game. So none of the fun stuff that we had in the last entries into the Dirt franchise. So this is bringing it back to Dirt 1. Maybe even a little more hardcore than that, I'd say. But when you go to enter your event, you have your typical vehicle setup. You can mess with all the suspension, the gears, differentials. I thought that was a cool feature. You can repair your vehicle, which usually gives you an option after your first 2 races. You have four races in a series, and halfway through, if your vehicle is in need of repair, it'll give you a little warning, and you have 30 minutes, I believe, to repair your vehicle. Each repair takes a certain amount of time, so you can only repair so much. You cannot just fully repair your vehicle in between race. It's an extra added realistic ability there. So yeah, let's dive in here and see. There you go. Your vehicle has not been repaired. Would you like to repair it? Yes. So, as you can see, a whole bunch of my things are in the low 90s, even the high 80s. So I can press Y get crew recommendations, and I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna trust my mechanic's opinion and repair those and enter this race.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And it's got all the views, interior view, which is just for the hardcore. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm pretty sure there's some achievements on Steam to finish a race in first place in your cockpit view. I was trying my first few races with this view here, and I started finding it pretty difficult to see around the corners just a little bit more. So I've been using the hood view. And the one thing about dirt games and Codemasters is the graphics. The graphics always blow me away. I don't know if my system will do it any justice, but it does look good. And just listen to the sounds. The sounds do change depending on what view you are in. The cockpit view, it'll sound like you're in the cockpit. And this view here gives you the sound of the rocks hitting the wheel wells. And I like to consider myself an experienced person in driving games, but this game is quite the learning curve, I guess. It's hard to get back into this. I remember I had a lot of frustration with the original Dirt when that first came out. Just trying to master every course. But seeing as this is early access, and I'm sure there's only a handful of courses that are actually available at the moment, I believe I've seen 8 so far, 8 stages. So, but I'm sure as the classes go up, maybe more unlock, I'm not too sure. Let's switch a view here. As you can see, I didn't get to fully repair my vehicle, so my windshield is already cracked. There you go, you get an effect of that, get a sense of the sound difference between the views. Actually, the cockpit actually sounds pretty nice. I don't know why my wipers would be on. So yes, this is pure rally. You are doing time stages. That is it. I'm really liking this so far. It's definitely a challenge compared to the arcade racers coming out nowadays. The last video I did was on the crew. This is definitely a step up, I would say. It's definitely more of a challenge. Some of these roads, this is one of the wider dirt courses, I would say. Some of them can be pretty skinny. Okay, now I've fallen off. Uh-oh. Okay. I think I was able to hit Y. When you fall off the course, you hit Y to get back on track, and obviously it gives you a hefty penalty for doing that. If you fall off the track and fall too far... Oh, okay, I hit Y there. If you fall too far, it'll just end the event as a do not finish, and you have to restart from there. So that's that's what it gives you, man. I've fallen off the guardrail a few times and had to restart the whole event. It's happened to me towards the finish line. I was not too pleased. At first, I wasn't too sure about how much tracks there were. I was racing all dirt tracks in the first championship, but the second championship that I did, it was all snow tracks. Snow and ice. And it's definitely a little harder to control, although it does give you a little bit more room on the road because it is a paved road, and it's definitely easier to control. If you go near the edge of any of these dirt roads, there's some hefty bumps that'll send you send you flying. I believe I rolled my car on my first race. You do get an achievement for that, but it's kind of frustrating at the same time. You gotta take it slow on these dirt tracks sometimes. Okay, here comes the finish line. Boot it to the end, boot it to the end! Boom! Look at that beauty. The Mini Cooper, number 12. That's my number. And I placed 6th. So yeah, I've been averaging about 6th place on the dirt tracks. On the snow tracks, I actually get up towards the top 3. Just because it's that much easier for me. That might just be me, I don't know. But as you see, the last place had a transmission problem, and he finished 8 minutes 44 seconds. The damage system is I really like it. It tells you what's wrong with your car. I had a few tire punctures, and if a tire pops, you can still finish the race, but it'll show that at the end. What else did I have? I had, I believe, a radiator problem one race, and it was causing my car to overheat and obviously drive slower. So that's a couple of things that I've ran into so far. I'm really liking this. Super pumped for them to keep expanding on this. Look at that little drone. Screw helicopters, it's all about the drones nowadays. I love that feature. It'd be cool if you could access the drone camera, but I guess that's just for replays. See, look at the wideness on this dirt track. Some of the dirt tracks are not this wide. It's pretty much, there is one line through the track, and you pretty much have to stick to that. If you go off just a little bit, your car is going to flip off. That's why it might seem like I'm taking it easy. I'm going a little slow. I don't want to crash too bad for this video. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. 14-second penalty. Look at that, 14 seconds. I believe it averages between 11 and 16 seconds for your penalties. And just one of those will definitely cost you a win, I would say. You can still finish top 3 maybe, but I don't think you're going to win a race when you get a penalty. Unless you're just an amazing rally driver. Yeah, look at that. Look at the mountains. Just amazing. Oh. A little effect there when you hit the rocks too hard. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, if you're a perfectionist in your racing games and you always have to come first, this is definitely not the game for you from the start. You have to work, put in the time, learn the courses, learn the car, because that's what I expect. Really, like, I'm so used to playing these games nowadays where you pretty much have to come in first, or it makes you feel like you have to come in first to progress in the game. But this one, you're going to have to struggle a little bit. You are going to have to settle with some 6th place and some horrible finishes. You still make money. I believe I made $14,000 off of finishing a championship in 6th place. So $14,000, you win a couple of those, and you buy another car and you keep going. I believe my third place finish was only 16,000, maybe 20,000. So it's not that big of a difference, really. I don't know how much you get from first place. I haven't been there yet. Hopefully by the end of the night I can maybe squeeze one of those in. But yeah, this is a fun game. It's definitely a challenge. I was not expecting this to come out. I remember hearing about it, and I remember hearing about Codemasters sticking to PC only. I don't think this is going to be coming to console anytime soon, because it is a work in progress. So maybe when it is a final release on Steam, maybe they would be able to bring it to console, but who knows? If it sells well on PC, I don't see why they wouldn't. And another thing about Steam Early Access is not a lot of games kind of get out of there. Just today, Kerbal Space Program was fully released. That's got to be one of the first games out of the Steam Early Access program. I haven't heard of too many. So hopefully this one will be able to get out of there pretty quick, because it seems pretty good to me. I haven't found any bugs yet. So everything that they've made so far seems to be pretty smooth. Coming up on the finish line. Oh no. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to hit my e-brake there. B for the e-brake. B! Event complete! Okay, so that was the whole event, all 4 races. Obviously I only showed you 2. But, so the results from that race, stage 4, I came in 4th place. Wow. So continue. Event results. So overall I came 6th place with 20 minutes 40 seconds total time. When you look at that first place with the 16 minutes, that kind of seems a little impossible. That's perfection right there. It's kind of intimidating. So yes, 13,693 credits. Obviously, if I didn't have to repair so much, that would be a little bit more. So you slowly progress. Obviously, there is upgrades for individual cars. So let's save and quit and go to the menus again. Garage. View upgrades. So I have engine upgrade 1 and 2 and the advanced setup. I don't know if there's any more than that on this vehicle. It might just be the 3 upgrades that you can get to for each vehicle. Because the first few races I did notice it was a lot slower than it is now. The car definitely feels a lot better than it did on the first few races I had. So yeah, see, I have 79,000 credits, obviously enough to afford this. I don't know if I want to keep with the 1960s. I might step it up to the 1970s. I might have to save up for the Stratos though. Oh no, I have enough. Okay. Alright, my bad. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Look at that, an achievement. That's an awesome feature in an early access game on Steam. You can still get the achievements. Alright, I think that's good enough of an overview here. We got leagues. Oh yes, you can join your leagues on RaceNet. Or sorry, dirtgame.com. Dirtgame.com. Custom event. You can still do custom events. You don't have to do your championship campaign. Your driver profile. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Stay tuned to Nerds of the North. I'm Bodabo. I'm out.